Kid Cooper coming at you again with another sit down talk video. I know it's been quite a while since I've last posted, so I figured it would be a good idea to chat and let you guys know where I'm at. Okay, so there's some positives and there's some negatives that I'm going to be covering. Just right away, I'm going to put a trigger warning out there because some of it has to do with my eating disorder. But before we get to that part, let's start with the positives. Last week was finals week. It's so awesome. I got an A on my math final, and that made my total grade for mathematics a 91% A. This is the first college math class I've ever experienced where I got an A as an overall grade, so that's really cool. And then my literature class, of course I got an A, because like, hello, I'm like super smart, so no big deal. But yeah, so I did really well in my finals. The reason why I didn't really post last week is I was studying so hard for my math final, especially. I was taking a Foundations of Elementary math class. It was a class that was 3 terms long, so I'm like, thank goodness it's finally over, because I feel like I was in that class for, gosh, God knows how long I was in that class, like a whole year pretty much. On that, also, I'm going to be spending another year here because of my stays in treatment. I've missed a couple of credits before my transfer, which is fine. So I'll be in community college for another year. And I already took all my requirements for summer term, so I don't need to be taking any classes this summer, so I'm going to be a lot more available. So that's really cool. Gosh, it's been a while since I've actually sat down and talked to the camera. I've been meaning to do this. It's really fun. I kind of forgot how fun it was. Also, we hit 4,000 subscribers. I am so beyond happy for each and every one of you. That the fact that this channel has even grown from, I remember being so excited when I hit 100 when I was in residential, and now we're at 4,000. Like, oh my gosh, like, you guys don't even understand just how grateful I am, and, you know, I'm thinking maybe when I hit 5,000, I'll do something really special, so that would be really fun. But yeah, I did really well in my finals. I don't need to be taking summer term classes. Let me think, what else? I'm going to be seeing my boyfriend. As I'm filming this, it's actually my dad's birthday and my boyfriend's birthday today. So, happy birthday to both of you guys when you watch this. That's pretty awesome. Let's see. I'm working. I know some of you guys have saw my vlog, but I'm working part-time at Baymart. My skits, I call it Waymart. So, I've gotten quite a lot of good compliments on my retail videos, and stay tuned. There's definitely going to be a lot more, because whenever you work in retail, there's definitely a lot of stories to tell. Another good thing that's happened in my life is I met one of my favorite teachers of all time, Mr. McDonald. He was my math teacher in middle school, and I actually wanted to make a video just dedicated to him, but so I've been, for the past few years, I've been really meaning to thank him, but I haven't seen him anywhere in public, and it's been kind of bumming me out that I wasn't able to see him. But he was actually one of the biggest reasons why I started this YouTube channel and why I did the talent show and why I do stand-up comedy. Because in middle school I was really shy and awkward, but I did make people laugh. I've always made people laugh. It's one of my strong suits. And he told me, he said, you're going to go places with your sense of humor and your comedy, so pursue that, everyone will love you. And now look, I told him, I said I won the talent show for my comedy, and I just wanted to say thank you so much. I actually, he went out to my checkout lane at Baymart, and I said, okay, I'm going to ask you something, and I swear if this isn't you, this is going to be awkward, but I was like, are you Mr. McDonald? And he said yes. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm Abigail from 8th grade, and he totally remembered me, and he was like telling me how awesome I am, and how I'm gonna do great things, and it meant the world to me. So yeah, this past week I've been busy with finals, and then transitioning to working. I'm probably maybe gonna work a little bit more, because it's summer, and I might pick up more hours. And I've also been mentally preparing because I'm going to see my boyfriend Jacob this summer and my family this summer in Pennsylvania. I'm so beyond excited for that. But, okay, positives aside, because I mean, it's great that I'm positive, but I need to talk about the obvious, and that is why I haven't been posting. Okay, obviously, finals, so I was really busy with that, and work. So I had basically what it was is I had school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays I worked at Baymart. So every day I had something to do. So it's a lot. It's a lot mentally, so I just didn't really want to post because I didn't want to post something that didn't feel genuine for you guys. I didn't want to just make a skit where it was half-assed. Like, I really wanted some quality content for you guys. And I'm not sure if this is technically quality content, but I mean, there's some people that message me that always want to know how I'm doing, so I figured this would be a good time. I did my makeup and I decided, yeah, I really need to talk to you guys because I really love you guys and it's been far too long without me posting, and for that I'm really sorry. Okay, but on a real note, and this is where the trigger warning is, maybe I'll post it in the comments below, like trigger warning for eating disorder stuff. Maybe I'll do a timestamp, so let's say at 6 minutes and 17 seconds. This is your trigger warning. Alright, so as you guys can probably tell, I've lost quite a bit of weight since coming home from residential treatment. I don't want to sit here and say that I'm like really good because I'm really not. Today I've made quite a few recovery wins. I've had both breakfast and lunch in both reasonable portions, and that's great and wonderful, and I'm really hoping I can continue that moving forward. But the thing is, and this is kind of where I want to make it clear that eating disorders are serious at every size, is because right now I'm at a minimum healthy weight for my height. I'm not going to say my weight because I know some people compare themselves with their numbers, but I'm at the minimum healthy weight according to the BMI, and if I lose a little more weight, I'll be underweight. So, you know, I've been telling myself, like, oh, it's not a big deal. What I'm doing isn't a big deal. Like, my behaviors, it's not a big deal. It's fine. But I had a bone scan, a bone density scan. And let me just tell you, it felt so weird because I was with my dietitian and I got the results from her, and my bones are not doing well. I have to be on calcium supplements and I'm at risk of fractures. And, you know, this kind of came as a surprise to me because when I first went to treatment for my eating disorder, they told me my bones were as bad as an 80-year-old person. And I told myself, like, oh yeah, but I'm eating, so, like, I'm fine. But honestly, this past, like, my struggles lately have caused it to where I'm at a really increased risk of fractures, and I'm not recommended to exercise, and I'm recommended to have a lot more milk, a lot more calcium-rich foods, and I'll be honest, it's really hard. It's hard because, honestly, I could stand to gain some weight, but I'm scared because that's just the nature of the disorder. The disorder tells me if I gain weight, then something's wrong with me. So that's the thing. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who's reached out to me with their concerns and their love and their support. Because honestly, like, okay, for some people, it's not helpful. For most people, I feel like it's not helpful to have comments on your body appearance. But for me, honestly, it's really helpful for someone to tell me, like, hey, like, I can tell you're not doing well. Because if I'm being completely honest, like, I'm aware that I lost weight, but because of my eating disorder, I can't really see how much I've lost. Like, I can't see what everyone else sees. So when someone expresses concern, it's kind of like a wake-up call for me, and it's like, okay, I need to eat more. And, you know, it's really challenging. To put it lightly, it's really challenging. But I've had some people reach out to me and they're just like, hey, are you eating? Like, are you good? And I just want to say this, and this is just like a PSA for everyone, but pretty much everyone with a disorder that I have, anorexia, we eat. We all, like, we don't ever just not eat. And that might sound hard to believe, but most of us, we do eat. because if we didn't eat, we would actually die. We just eat very small amounts, or we eat weirdly, or we purge, or we binge. Like, we always eat. Well, not always, but we eat. That's what I'm trying to say. So it kind of bothers me when people will see me eating and they'll be like, yay, I'm so proud of you. And it's like, that's nice and all, but at the end of the day, like, you don't know, like, how much I'm eating before or after that event. You get what I mean? Like, so it's really hard for someone to just sit there and be like, oh yeah, I'm so proud of you for eating, but let's say, trigger warning, you only ate like an apple and peanut butter that day. You know, and then someone's like, well, I'm so proud of you. And you're like, well, no offense, but like, that's not enough. That's not sustainable. But my parents are on board. Everyone's trying to help me out. Even on my hard days, I'm making a commitment to have a good dinner. And that's something I've been really successful with. I've always been eating good dinners. And I think that's huge because I could honestly just give in to my disorder and lose a lot of weight. And, you know, that's what's been happening. I've been losing weight, but it's not worth it. And it's hard. It's hard because Ed, my disorder, likes telling me how, you know, like, I need to continue to lose weight. But in reality, I can't lose much more because my bones are that of an 80-year-old. And I just can't. I can't lose any more weight because that's just not medically okay. And my goal is to try to pick myself back up without having treatment. I'm working with a dietitian right now. She's awesome. Yeah, and I'm just going to try moving forward to just eat the damn food. And I guess if I'm also being completely honest, it's really hard for me to watch old videos of me because in my brain, like in my disorder, I feel like I looked so big. But logically, I know that the weight I was at coming home from residential was healthy for my body. And I know that I was never overweight. And by the way, the word overweight's so stupid. The BMI is stupid because it doesn't take into account muscle mass or bone density. And I realized for a little bit, like at my first day at treatment when I was at the Ronald McDonald House, I actually, you know, I feel like the first initial weight I gained was actually bone mass because my body was like, hell yeah. So it went to my bones. So for a while there, I looked pretty, well, I don't know if I was emaciated, but I was really not good. And I still looked like that for a while before I started looking average. But yeah, I'm trying my best. I actually went to I went to lunch with my friend Julia, and it was so nice seeing her, and yeah, that's really cool. So I've been doing a lot of things. I've been doing a lot of challenges for my disorder. I've been, you know, trying to get the fun coffee drink, or I'm trying to eat seconds or whatever, because honestly, life with anorexia is not worth it. Like, it's seriously not worth it. And I think, you know, I was diagnosed with bulimia in the past, but my dietitian said it looks like I have anorexia restricting subtype, because yes, I still binge, but when I was in my bulimia, it was very like constant, like almost every other day I was binging and purging. But again, trigger warning, it's hard for me to purge now. Because if you don't know, it's hard for your gag reflex, like it wasn't designed to throw up as much as you do when you have bulimia. So it just won't work. Like, trigger warning. If I try throwing up, it will take me like 10 or so minutes to get something up. But in the past, it just felt like I just clicked a little button in the back of my throat and it would all. So that's honestly a huge motivator. I was talking to my parents about this, but the fact that I can't like make myself sick as easy is a big motivator to just eat regular amounts and not binge. Because I know ultimately it's hard. I don't know if this is gonna sound disordered, but like it's hard for me to purge, so it kind of motivates me to never binge and purge. or just purge in general, because I know it's going to be a lot more painful this time. But yeah, that's the scary news. My bone density, that was a bit spooky to hear that news. But, you know, I'm trying, I'm fighting. Sometimes, you know, a goal for myself this week is actually going to watch the video when I was in the residential bathroom. Because I'll be honest, I haven't watched that since posting it, because I've been kind of ashamed that I've let myself, I don't know if this is a relapse, but I'm kind of ashamed that I've let myself listen to my disorder. But I feel like that'd be really beneficial for me to watch that video, because in that video I read you guys my eater's agreement, and I feel like I really need to revisit that and really evaluate why I want recovery more than I want to engage in my disorder. Because the thing about it is if I keep continuing to harm myself, my life is shortening quite a lot. Being that I've gotten to a place where my heart wasn't doing well, my bones weren't doing well, especially my bones. Like, as much as I want to go out and like run and do sports, I've been really trying not to, because I just don't want to end up with like a broken hip at the age of 20. Hi, I'm filming a video. But, so my mom just got here. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, it just kind of motivates me to move forward, realizing my health. Mom, do you have any message for the people? I'm filming for my channel. I'm giving them a live update. You got any?
Hi, people.
Hi. Well, I think I'm going to wrap up anyways, because I feel like I explained myself. And I don't even think I'm going to edit that out, because it's cute. You guys like my mom. So, anyways, but yeah, you know, I'm just going to continue working, moving forward, because honestly, like, here's what I was going to say, but like a life in the disorder is like not even a life worth living, because if like, let's just say I somehow deal with anorexia for like until I'm like 60, which would be quite amazing, because that means your body's really resilient. But it's not worth it, because by the time I'd be 60, I'd have to be in a wheelchair and like all these medical complications. So if I can figure this out now, I'm saving my life, like for real. Like I'm adding more years to my life, if that makes any sense. So, but yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys for supporting me. I'm sorry I haven't posted in a while. You should be getting regular content sometime this week. Probably some skits, some more retail skits, maybe some recovery wins, who knows. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Pray for me, pray for everyone that deals with these sorts of things, because honestly it is helpful to hear all the love and support. So, yeah, that's my update. Been busy with finals, been busy with mental health stuff, been busy with finding out the crazy news about my bone density, and yeah, you guys deserve regular content, so I guess you could say I took a little mental health break. A lot of YouTubers do that, but it's a real thing. So anyways, I'm gonna catch you guys later. You're awesome. Kid Group are signing out. Squaw.